So you're writing SEO content and wondering why you're stuck on page 5 of Google while your competitors are ranking number 1. And the crazy part is, you're probably doing more work than them. You're writing longer posts, you're being more detailed, and somehow you're still losing. Most of these mistakes, you don't even know you're making them until you've already wasted months creating content that is never gonna rank. In the next few minutes, I'll break down the 5 biggest mistakes I see people making, and more importantly, how to fix them. And if you want a complete system for creating content that actually ranks, I've got a full masterclass at the end that you should check out. But first, let's talk about these mistakes. Mistake number 1, writing content from scratch without a strategy. All right, so mistake number 1, and this is probably the biggest one I see, people are sitting down and trying to write blog posts from scratch, staring at a blank page, trying to come up with perfect content. But here's what happens. You spend 3, 4, 5 hours writing this blog post. You're trying to write how you think you're supposed to write instead of just explaining what you actually know. So here's what I do instead, and this is way more efficient. I take existing content that I've already created, whether it's a video, whether it's just me talking into my phone for 10 or 15 minutes about a topic I know really well, and I use that as the foundation for my blog posts. Because when I'm talking, I'm naturally telling stories, I'm giving real examples, I'm sharing things from my actual experience working with clients. And here's the thing that most people don't understand. Google rewards content that has EAT, which is experience, expertise, authority, and trust. And you can't fake that with generic AI content that sounds like every other blog post on the internet. Like when you write from a transcript of you actually talking about your expertise, that authenticity comes through. You're using specific examples, you're telling stories that only you can tell. And that's what separates content that ranks from content that disappears. So the takeaway here is to stop writing in the dark. Let your expertise flow naturally. Talk about what you know, transcribe it, and then organize it into a blog post. Mistake number 2, ignoring keyword research or chasing high difficulty keywords. All right, so mistake number 2, and this one I literally see all the time. People either completely ignore keyword research or they go after these insanely competitive keywords that they have zero chance of ranking for. Like, I'll have someone reach out to me and be like, yeah, I want to rank for electrician Toronto. Cool, good luck with that. That keyword has a high difficulty, and you're competing against every single other electrician in the city. And you probably also don't want to service clients on the other side of the city anyways. And then they're confused 6 months later when they have zero traffic. Like, what did you expect? So here's what I do instead. I use something called a keyword gap analysis. Basically, I find keywords that my competitors rank for, but I don't. And then I filter them by difficulty. So I want to see ones from 0 difficulty to 30, because I want keywords that are actually rankable for me. And here's the other thing that people miss. They chase search volume without looking at trends. So you want keywords that are stable or growing, not ones that are about to become irrelevant. You need to work smarter by playing the long game with low competition, high value keywords. Stop trying to compete with massive sites that have been doing SEO for 10 years. Find the gaps, find the opportunities. That's how you actually win. Mistake number 3, copy pasting competitor content without adding your unique voice. Okay, so mistake number 3, and this is where a lot of people think they're being smart, but they're actually just shooting themselves in the foot. They take a look at their competitor's blog post, they copy all the headings, copy the structure, and then they just rewrite it in their own words. Or worse, they have ChatGPT rewrite it. And then they think, great, I've got a great blog post. It's the same as the top ranking one, I'm good. Wrong, because Google can tell when content is just regurgitated information. Like if your blog post says the exact same thing as the top 5 results, why would Google choose yours over theirs? So here's what you need to do. Yes, look at your competitors. Understand what structure Google wants to see, but then inject your own personal stories, your client examples, your opinion, the stuff that only you can say. Like when I write about SEO pricing, I don't just say SEO costs between X and X. I share actual numbers from my agency. I talk about specific client situations. I explain why we price things the way that we do. And that's the secret sauce that AI can't fake. That builds trust, that builds authority, and Google rewards that. Mistake number 4, overloading content with keywords or relying too heavily on bullet points. All right, let's talk about mistake number 4. Keyword stuffing or just making your entire blog post a giant list of bullet points. And I get it, bullet points are easy, they're quick, they look organized. But if your entire blog post is just bullet point after bullet point with no depth, no explanation, Google's not going to rank that because you're not actually providing value. You're just listing information without explaining it, and that's not helpful to readers. The same thing goes with keywords. Like, I'll see people using their keyword 47 times when their content is only 1,000 words long. And they actually think that that's going to help them rank, but it just makes their content unreadable. Like, what the hell are you even trying to say here? Why is the keyword in here so many times? So here's what I do. I check how many times my competitors are using the keyword. I'll use a tool like pageaudit.com's Chrome extension to check this for me really quickly. So if they're using it 4 or 5 times, I'll use it maybe 4 to 6 times. And for bullet points, I use them when they make sense. but I also write paragraphs, I explain concepts in depth, and I give examples, I tell stories. Quality over quantity. Explain, don't just list. That's the takeaway here. Mistake number 5, skipping content optimization and promotion. Okay, final mistake. I see people do all of this work to create great content and then they just publish it and hope for the best. They don't optimize their title tag, they don't write a meta description, they don't add internal links, and they don't promote it on social media or to their email list or anywhere. And then they're like, why isn't my content ranking? Because a great blog post isn't magic. It's strategy plus hustle. So after you've written your content, you need to make sure it's optimized. Make sure your keyword is in your title tag, your H1, your meta description, and at least one H2 tag, and a few times throughout your content. And for the love of God, write a compelling meta description that makes people want to click. And while we're at it, add internal links to other relevant pages on your site and external links to authoritative sources. And finally, promote it. Share it on social media, send it to your email list, maybe even build out a few backlinks to it if it's a really important piece of content. So if you caught yourself making any of these mistakes, you're not alone. And the good news is that you can fix it. These are mistakes that I used to make, mistakes that I see people making all the time today. And once you understand what not to do, you can actually start creating content that ranks. Now, if you want the complete system for creating content that ranks, I put everything in the description below. This is the exact process I just showed you a glimpse of today. I'm talking about how to turn your existing videos or talking into your phone and turning that into blog posts, how to do keyword research the right way, how to find those low competition keywords, how to optimize everything, all of it. This masterclass has helped a lot of people stop guessing and start actually ranking on Google. So if you're tired of creating content that goes nowhere, click the link in the description to check it out. And if this video helped you at all, hit subscribe. Bye.